Were Liz and Brice in serious car accident, or is it a scam? The show 7 Little Johnstons on TLC has captivated audiences with the lives of the Johnston family, who are living with a form of dwarfism called achondroplasia. The series follows the dynamics and challenges that Trent and Amber Johnston face, along with their 5 children, as they navigate daily life, relationships, and the ups and downs of growing up in a world that often doesn't accommodate their needs. The show has also brought attention to the unique personalities of the family members and their individual journeys, including Liz Johnston, one of their children, and her relationship with her boyfriend, Brice. Recently, rumors have swirled surrounding Liz and Brice's involvement in a serious car accident. These rumors have left fans wondering whether the incident is part of the reality TV drama or if it was an unfortunate and serious event that happened in real life. The question on everyone's mind is, were Liz and Brice really involved in a car accident, or is this just another scam designed to grab attention? The reality of the situation. To understand whether Liz and Brice were truly involved in a car accident, it's important to look at the available information and separate fact from fiction. The incident in question was first brought to light through social media, where Liz posted an update that appeared to reference the accident. However, the details were vague, and there were no official statements from Liz or Brice regarding the severity of the accident. This left fans confused, with many speculating whether the event had actually occurred or if it was just a story for the cameras. It's essential to recognize that reality TV often blurs the lines between real-life events and scripted moments. The Johnstons, like many other reality TV families, may share real experiences, but the show is still a product of editing and production. Sometimes, what fans see on screen is not always an accurate representation of what happens in real life. In the case of Liz and Brice's alleged car accident, it is possible that the incident was amplified or dramatized for entertainment purposes. The social media clue. Social media is a powerful tool for reality TV stars, and it often provides clues about their personal lives. Liz Johnston, who has gained a significant following on platforms like Instagram, posted about the accident in a way that seemed to invite more questions than answers. Her posts showed her with Brice, both appearing shaken but otherwise unharmed, leading some followers to question the legitimacy of the accident. Some fans of the show pointed out that Liz's post seemed more like an effort to create buzz or gain sympathy than an honest attempt to inform followers about a dangerous situation. Reality TV stars, especially those on shows with large followings, are often aware of the impact of their posts and how they can generate attention. In this case, the timing of Liz's post coincided with an increase in media attention for 7 Little Johnstons, leading some to believe that the car accident could be a ploy to keep the family in the headlines. While it's certainly possible that Liz and Brice experienced an accident, the lack of substantial details and the timing of the post leave room for skepticism. Without a clear, official statement or confirmation from the Johnstons or a reliable news outlet, it's difficult to determine the truth of the situation. The reality of accidents in the public eye. When an event like a car accident happens to a public figure, the public's reaction can vary significantly. On the one hand, fans may feel genuine concern for the well-being of the individual involved, especially when the accident appears serious. On the other hand, there is always the possibility of exaggeration or manipulation, as reality TV stars often use personal challenges to create more drama and maintain relevance. It's also important to consider the fact that Liz and Brice, as young adults, may not have had the level of privacy that others might expect. If they were indeed involved in a car accident, it could have been a traumatic experience, but it's possible that the media coverage and the attention it generated made it harder for them to navigate the aftermath in peace. Public figures on reality TV shows are often faced with a tough dilemma. They want to share their lives with their audience, but they also need to protect their privacy and mental health. In this context, the line between truth and entertainment can become blurred, and fans may find themselves questioning what is real and what has been staged for dramatic effect. The motive for staging an accident. Given the nature of reality TV and the competitive landscape for viewers' attention, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Liz and Brice's alleged accident could be a ploy to generate attention. The world of reality TV thrives on sensationalism, and an accident, particularly one involving beloved characters from a popular show, could be the perfect storyline to keep fans invested. For a show like 7 Little Johnstons, which revolves around the family's personal challenges and triumphs, an accident could serve as a way to bring drama and heightened emotion into the narrative. For some, it may seem cynical to assume that a real-life tragedy could be manipulated for entertainment. However, the nature of reality television often encourages this kind of speculation. Reality stars are often placed in situations where they are asked to play up certain aspects of their lives to make them more interesting or appealing to audiences. This can lead to the creation of storylines that blur the line between real and fabricated. The public's reaction. While some fans were quick to jump to conclusions and suggest that the accident might have been staged, others were genuinely concerned about Liz and Brice's well-being. It's clear that the Johnstons have a loyal fan base, and many of them care deeply about the family. As a result, the public reaction to the news of the accident was mixed. Some followers showed support and expressed their concern, while others questioned the motives behind the post. This dichotomy is common in the world of reality TV, where the personal lives of stars are often dissected and analyzed by fans and critics alike. In this case, the reaction was a reminder that regardless of the true nature of the incident, the Johnstons are not just characters on a show, they are real people, and their lives and experiences have an emotional impact on those who watch them. Conclusion. In the end, the truth behind Liz and Brice's car accident remains unclear. Whether it was a serious event or a manufactured storyline, only they know for sure. What is certain, however, is that the situation has sparked a larger conversation about the nature of reality TV and how much of what we see is real versus scripted. As viewers, it's important to remain critical and discerning when consuming media, especially when it comes to reality shows that blur the lines between fact and fiction. In the world of reality TV, it's easy to get swept up in the drama and excitement, but it's equally important to remember that behind every storyline, there are real people. Whether Liz and Brice's car accident was genuine or part of a larger narrative, it serves as a reminder that not everything is as it seems on television. Fans may never know the full story, but they can continue to enjoy 7 Little Johnstons while recognizing the complexities that come with being part of a reality TV family. Anna had to change her college major because of Mom Amber's competitive nature. The reality TV show 7 Little Johnstons has garnered a dedicated fan base by showcasing the lives of the Johnston family, which includes Trent and Amber Johnston and their 5 children, all of whom have achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism. Among the children is Anna Johnston, the oldest of the 5, who has shared many of her personal experiences and struggles on the show. One of the more significant storylines to emerge from the series involved Anna's decision to change her college major, a shift that was, in part, influenced by her relationship with her mother, Amber, and the dynamics of their family. Amber, as a mother, has always been portrayed as deeply involved in her children's lives, but sometimes this intensity can come across as overly competitive. It was this nature that seemed to play a role in Anna's decision to alter her academic course. While the show largely focuses on family interactions and individual milestones, it also subtly highlights the challenges of growing up with a mother whose competitive drive could influence decisions in subtle and not-so-subtle ways. Amber has a strong personality, and she often pushes her children to do their best, to reach for their goals, and to exceed their limits. For some of the Johnston children, this drive is motivating, helping them grow and mature in ways they might not have expected. However, for others, such as Anna, it can sometimes feel overwhelming. While Anna is an intelligent and capable young woman, she has struggled at times with her mother's forceful nature, which has sometimes led her to make decisions based on familial pressure rather than personal preference. The shift in Anna's college major was particularly telling of this dynamic. Originally, Anna was studying to become a teacher, a path that she felt passionate about and one that seemed aligned with her personality. She wanted to work with children, help them learn, and possibly provide a unique perspective as a person with dwarfism. However, over time, it became clear that Anna's initial enthusiasm for the teaching profession was waning. Amber, on the other hand, had her own ideas about what was best for Anna's future. Amber, who is very driven and competitive, seemed to have an image of success that she believed Anna should aspire to. As a result, Amber's influence may have inadvertently caused Anna to second-guess her own choices. In various moments on the show, viewers could see Amber encouraging her children to pursue the best possible careers and ensuring that they were never satisfied with mediocrity. While this kind of encouragement can be beneficial, it can also be a source of stress for someone like Anna, who might have felt a need to meet certain expectations that were not necessarily in alignment with her own personal aspirations. The tension between Anna's personal interests and Amber's competitive nature likely played a role in Anna's eventual decision to change her college major. As the series progressed, it became clear that Anna was feeling torn between her desire to please her mother and her need to explore her own passions. Ultimately, Anna's decision to shift her major was one that reflected a desire to strike a balance between her own ambitions and the external pressures she faced, particularly from Amber. Changing her major was not an easy decision for Anna. It involved a great deal of self-reflection and an evaluation of what she truly wanted out of her college experience and her future career. For a young person like Anna, who had already faced the challenges of growing up with dwarfism in a world that is not always accommodating, navigating her personal and professional goals in the context of her family dynamics was no small feat. However, it was also a step toward greater independence, as she began to carve her own path without the heavy influence of her mother's expectations. Amber's competitive nature was not necessarily intended to harm Anna or push her into a career she didn't want. In fact, Amber believed that by encouraging her children to aim higher, they would have better opportunities in life. But sometimes, that belief came across as overbearing, leading to a situation where Anna felt the pressure to change her goals to meet a certain standard of success that Amber had envisioned.